Hey, you, are you tired of being single? Me too. Here's your chance to finally find the love of your life. You need to come on my show and be a contestant. You can either be the Bachelor or the Bachelorette. We'll set up 3 contestants to go ahead and try to win your love and affection. We're going to have all types of different challenges and games on the show. Make sure you guys tune in for more details. This is going to be fun. Hopefully, we can go ahead and get the show piloted and then potentially make some money on this. But to entertainmentbooking@gmail.com. Again, that's, are you following my finger? at2entertainmentbooking@gmail.com. Make sure you send me an email if you would like to either be a contestant or be the actual bachelor or bachelorette on the show. All right, y'all. Deuces. What's up, everybody? It's your boy AT2 here, bringing you another episode of Talk the Real Deal with AT2. How everybody doing out there? Y'all doing good? Everybody healthy? What's up, Kelly? Thank you for that, Kelly. I appreciate you saying that. I'm a work on the whole mod thing. Like I said, every time I add somebody, it removes somebody else. I'm still trying to figure out what's going on. I sent a notice to YouTube, so hopefully they fix that soon. What's up, Drea Love and Life? Mary H, Rosemary. Shout out to my mods. I seen Yvette in here earlier. What's up, Mina? Unapologetically Curious. Mimi, Wendy, Terry. You know, the people hate when I give y'all shout outs. What's up, Kimmy, Evan, Erica? What's up, Erica? All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and get into the show. What's up, Kat, Melissa, Susan? All right. So today I have the honor of interviewing somebody who's been going through a lot this past week, you know? And I feel like I wanted to ask her a few questions and things that I observed, and also give her a chance to also spread her message, because I think the message was kind of confusing for some people, but I understood it. So hopefully you guys will understand it better and get a chance to ask anything that you needed clarified. But without further introduction, the woman with the painted fingernails, Aleyah Grace. Welcome to the show.
The lady with the painted fingernails. You got me on that. What's up, AT2?
I had to do it.
You know, all those pictures going around of my fingernails.
Yeah. Can we get a close up on it? Can you bring it closer to the camera?
Oh, no. It's time for my feeling. Absolutely not.
Oh, it's time for your feeling. Oh.
What's up, one of my moms in the chat. Hi, Megan.
Shout out to everybody watching right now. How are you doing today? Because you actually had class before you joined the live stream, right?
I did. I had developmental psychology.
Oh, okay.
One of my favorite.
I love psychology. I really liked it when I was in college. You know, I didn't finish college, but when I was in college, I loved psychology.
Yeah, it's really interesting, especially when you start with developmental and then go up. I really enjoy it. It's one of my favorite subjects that I got this semester.
That's really awesome. Well, you know, I do know that you are a nursing student. Can you just kind of give us your background, like, as far as like what you like, you know, where you grew up, and, you know, just a little bit of your background, because I feel like we know you, but we don't know you.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. I love video games. I love writing. I write fantasy fiction novels. And I'm an anime fan.
What's your favorite video game, by the way?
Oh, man, it's somewhere between Fable 2 and because Fable 2 is a classic.
Yes.
A newer game, I would say, was like Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm more like a fighting fan. So, I love Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, but Tekken is my all-time favorite.
You
I
know what?
love
That's
Tekken.
mine too.
Real,
If I'm gonna fighting, who's your favorite character?
a king.
Mine is what's that girl's name? Lily.
Oh, okay. See, we already got something in common. I knew we was gonna be best friends. But where are you from? I know a lot of people wanted to know where you're from. You can just give the state, don't give the city.
I'm telling y'all the city anyway. I'm from Alabama, born and raised, and ready to get the heck up out of here.
Right, I can imagine. Shout out to everybody in the South. My family is actually from Georgia and South Carolina area, so that's as far as my lineage in the South goes. My grandparents were from there. But with you wanting to, as I understand, you want to get the heck up out of there. Where do you see yourself going? Where would you like to go?
I was thinking like maybe a little bit up north, like Denver or but I have a lot of family members in like New York and Detroit. I
Okay.
found out that my mom's side of the family is the third largest family in the United States.
Wow. That is awesome.
We didn't find that out until the family reunion last year, when everybody came to Detroit. We're like, how many is it of us?
Right.
So
yeah, it's funny
out.
because I have never gone to a family reunion, but I always wanted to before. So that's really cool that you got a chance to go. I know it's just that I don't really like to fly, and so I'm afraid of
We
flying.
drove.
Oh, okay. Oh, you drove. Okay. Yeah, I'm afraid of flying, but I do need to go visit all my family, especially it's kind of hard right now, but I don't mind getting tested if I have to make sure I'm clean and everything like that. So, but by the way, I am clean the other way, just in case anybody wanted to know in the chat, because I don't want that to start going viral.
Well, people will take anything they can and run with it.
Right, exactly. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. What I wanted. Oh, what's up, Jessica girl? I appreciate that. I wanted to say, start out by saying I had mentioned something in the last video that I had did about your situation. I said this woman does not hate Katie. So if anybody thought she was going to do like an expose or this big grand revealing everything, it wasn't going to be that. Can you just start out with like how your friendship started? Because I also put that in the title because it seemed like you guys were friends. It wasn't like a business relationship. I feel like it's getting confused out there.
It wasn't a business relationship because I was by Katie's side when she was still writing for Pathos. I defended her like she was family. I mean, as soon as like November of last year, I was still defending her.
You was down, huh?
Yeah.
She was your best friend, a little Kelly Price.
Well, I was a best friend to her, but she wasn't one to me. And so, I don't hate her. I'm disappointed. I would like for her to do better, but I don't hate her by any means at all. And I said, now back to the question of how our friendship started. When she was still writing for Pathos, I would send her like emails like, hey, I really enjoyed this article. And then from there, it just kind of jump started. And then we were talking every single day, sending multiple messages a day. And she told me many, many times, I'm glad to have a friend like you, Aleyah. You're so loyal, Aleyah. So, that whole me confusing the business relationship with friendship, that's not what happened. We were friends, and we had decided we were friends before YouTube.
Okay, so she wasn't a YouTuber at the time. She was still writing for Pathos and stuff like that. So how did her YouTube channel kind of spark? Because as I understand, she got popping when she started talking about the Duggars, right?
Yes, that's some of her most watched content. That's why she does so many videos on the Duggars.
Okay. And so when she started out doing her YouTube channel, were you first a moderator? Like, how did the moderator thing always was a thing on YouTube, or that was something more recent? Because I just started having moderators recently.
What happened when she first started doing lives, I subscribed to her when her channel first started. She had under 100 subscribers at the time. I'm like, oh, well, let me go support my friend on YouTube. Hit subscribe, and then, I catch a live one, a couple days later, and I typed in the
Right.
chat, hey, Katie, how you doing? She said, oh, hey, Aleyah, it's you. Your username is different, but I recognize you. Let me go ahead and make you a mod. And that was just it. From the very beginning, all the way until actually I had my wrench taken in November. I didn't say
Oh.
anything until January about what happened in December.
Oh, so you actually spoke out in January.
I said something at first on my Twitter. I said, I'm ready to talk about my experience. And I had posted something on the Reddit that ended up being deleted because, I was asking for money, which I had not. I hadn't put my Cash App, PayPal, none of that. I don't like
Mhm.
putting that kind of information on Reddit. So I didn't
Right.
put that on there. But the thread was still deleted because people were offering to help me.
Oh, okay. That's what the backstory was. Okay, because I did hear something about like check the Reddit. I haven't really searched on Reddit. I did actually make it to Reddit. There was a meme. I'll tell you about it off camera, but there was a meme about a situation I was involved in. It was very funny. So I haven't had the mean, dirty side to Reddit yet.
Well,
But I want to go. I want to go back to the whole moderator thing before we hop into the money situation. And for those of you, also, if you would like any donations or anything, I went ahead and put Aleyah's information. It's pinned up at the top. Remember, you don't have to. You don't give the money with stipulations. If you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it. But if you do, give it from the perspective that you're helping someone. But going back to the whole moderator thing, was the relationship kind of with you guys where you would only talk about YouTube and not about personal things? Because maybe,
no,
and I'm not accusing you, but could you had chance got the relationship confused for a business rather than a friendship?
no. The entire time, even all the way up to December, we talked about personal stuff. When
Mm,
I decided to press charges against someone who had, done something bad to me,
mm,
that I can't really talk about on camera, I sent her, a message saying, "Hey, this is what I got going on," and she never responded. She just after a while just stopped responding unless it was about defending her or the channel or, if I had an idea that she wanted to take.
right. Okay.
But I would
Um. Oh, go
I would
ahead.
tell her all the time. I would try to reason with her, "Hey, please chill." Like I would even in the Twitter comments, I'd be like, "Hey, Katie, I don't think posting this was a good idea." And
Right.
over and over and
Um.
over, I would try to get her to stop putting her foot in her mouth.
Right, because the situation that I had with her, and this is where I wanted to go into the microaggression thing, because sometimes we label people as a racist, and then sometimes it could be a microaggression and they don't know what they're doing. There's a situation where I was on her channel, and then she had someone else on her channel as well, and she promoted his video. Well, turned out it was a whole hate stream. And so when she got the backlash from it, she was like, "Oh, whoa, I didn't know what was going on." And then she spun it to say that me and two other black content creators planned this to take her down in some kind of way. And it was like, "Whoa, hold up. You over here trying to defend yourself, not this, I'm not that." But yet you say three black content creators conspire together. First of all, the hate video, and I don't even like giving it light, but the hate video is not something I would ever plan because the way I was disrespected, I definitely wouldn't set anything up like that. So, I definitely wanted to clarify that. But was there things, because I have heard things in the past, and especially from other content creators, did you witness anything that was kind of like suspicious, or did you say anything when you would witness something and be like, hey, I think this is the wrong move? Like, for example, where she had like a talk about Black Lives Matter, but it was a whole bunch of Karens on her screen, as I heard. I didn't watch it, but that's what I heard.
I don't specifically remember that because I was kind of pushing away from the channel at that time. It was what, July of last year, summer of 2020. Yeah, I was already beginning to sort of push away. I was still defending her because that's my loyalty. I didn't want to make it seem like I hated her because I didn't, and I don't. So as far as microaggressions go, yeah, I've seen quite a few, and she doesn't realize she's doing it.
Right.
But try to talk to her about, hey, this is racist. She will block you, and then that's it. She doesn't want to hear that. She doesn't want to hear that she's committing microaggression. She doesn't want to hear that hey, you need to think this through. Like she condemned the heck out of Gorilla Glue Girl.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just sitting here like, I feel like so many people are so hard on her name is Tessica. I feel like
Tessica, yes.
people are so hard on Tessica over something that she did not, that she shared on social media, like, hey, you guys, this is a problem I'm having on TikTok. And she even said, for my friends and my family who haven't heard from me, this is what's going on. So I honestly believe Tessica just made that TikTok for friends and family, and then it just blew up. And
Right.
you hear now that she regrets making it. And Nolani is correct, by the way. I've seen so many microaggressions. I've been one of my subscribers has been called an angry Black woman, an angry violent Black woman, because she got upset at a question that was asked. And so a lot of people have noticed the microaggressions.
Right. And let me get into this as well, because I made a comment. Some people didn't like it, but coming from me, I had to say something, because you're not the only ex mod that has ever said anything. And so when I was just all like, why can't the Black girl speak? I just put it out there. Why can't the Black girl speak? Because it seemed like people had a problem, and they really harped on the whole money thing. But then it's all like, well, everybody else has made videos, have ads on their videos, promoted their stuff in videos. Like, why can't this girl speak? So I was very confused by that. Did you feel that it was the backlash? And like I said, we talked before the camera started, about seeing your name in videos or people talking about you. Was it like really hard for you to kind of digest that, as this is something probably new for you, seeing your name and tons of people talking about you, and you're like, wait, hold up, I was just giving you my side of the story. I didn't know I was going to be a topic.
Yeah. Wow, that was a I know I have to change that smoke detector battery. Doobie Pink
Yeah,
told me.
I was gonna say I've seen that too. Yes, please,
I
safety first.
actually have the battery. I just got to put it in there. I just got to get in the, climb up the chair, climb up the dresser, and then get up there. So
Right.
I just haven't done that yet. I'll do it today though, because the beat gets on my nerves too. But thank you, Kimmy Rouse. I
Thank you,
appreciate that.
Timmy.
Now what was the question again? I got distracted by the.
It was regarding, having your name put in YouTube videos, and just being surprised by what people were saying, and like kind of like the backlash and stuff like that. And mind you, there are people out there who have supported you. I know T have supported you. AZ has supported you. So, there are support out there. But has it been weird for like the whole backlash?
It has been weird. I had made peace with the fact that there was going to be negativity when I posted the video. It hit so fast, it just threw me off.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was jarring, really, especially when I became a topic. I was, I, I was not expecting that. And then of course, Radiant Brit did a really good video. And she is just so sweet, and I appreciate the video that she did on me.
That was nice.
Yes, that was very sweet of her. So thank you, Radiant Brit, for making that video. You are so sweet. But yeah, I feel like as far as, my name being a topic, me being a topic, I was not expecting that at all. I was expecting backlash, but not videos to be made specifically about.
Right, because you do have a YouTube channel, so I can't say you're not a public figure, but just starting out, it had to be kind of weird, like, oh wait, hold on, is this what's going on? You probably were just expecting comments in your comment section and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was expecting the video to kind of get, for a lot of people, not a lot, but I was expecting quite a few people to see the video. So I was mentally prepared for that. What I was not mentally prepared for was the firestorm that lit on Twitter afterwards.
Right, right. And out of respect, I didn't really look at Twitter because I was all like, I don't want to judge this girl based off of something that happened on Twitter. But I do kind of want to address it in a way. There has been a lot of controversy over the whole money thing, that this seems like a scheme. And I guess there has been past situations where mods have tried to get money out of people and stuff like that. Your intention was not to just get money. You were saying that you were in a bind, in a situation where I feel some people don't realize where you can fall on hard times, and some people go like, oh well, you just pick yourself up by the bootstraps, but you had plenty of situations that have happened that have held you back and put you back in certain situations, and sometimes you can't help that, you know what I mean? Like, when it came to the whole money thing, were you kind of surprised by that as well? Like, why is this a topic? Like, if you want to give, you can give. If you don't, you don't. You know what I mean?
Um, the most most of the screenshots are very recent. I know that because I remember making the tweets.
Hmm.
There's a couple of Twitter philanthropists who like, hey, if you retweet this, I randomly pick somebody to give $1,000 to. If you comment, retweet, like it, I randomly pick somebody, blah blah blah. So of course I entered them. I wasn't sad fishing for other people to give me money. That's not what my intention was. My intention was to enter those contests. I understand how it could be construed differently, though. I do. I really do. What I
Hmm.
don't understand is how that automatically makes me a scammer, that I've fallen on hard times and I'm asking for help. I never said that I was so broke that I couldn't afford necessities like food and toilet paper and those things. I never, ever, ever said that. I have always been open about, hey, if you want to help, here's my information. And I've
Right.
always wanted people to want to help, not feel like they are obligated to help. I never want anyone to feel that way ever, because I'm grateful for every single penny that people have given me. Every
Right.
penny. People have been amazing to me.
Especially during a pandemic.
Yeah. And of course, me being on disability, um, I my check barely covers anything.
Yeah, and I kind of wanted to spin this around because I almost felt like, we were holding you accountable, which is fair. Definitely fair for people to hold you accountable for your situation, because at the end of the day, we're responsible for what happens to us. But then also, why aren't we not holding the government accountable to where, you don't have all the resources that you need to take care of everything, and as far as housing, as far as being able to get here and there, and those kind of stuff. We need to support people in a different kind of way where our government does take care of us, because when we pay taxes, that's our money, so it should be coming back into the people and making sure that we take care of our people. What are your thoughts about that?
I agree. I feel like, and people have claimed that I've lied about this, but this is funny. It's funny that people claim that I've lied about this because thank you, Nolani. Um, It's funny because people have lied about this, but the DV group that I run, I've provided links to, and every year I do fundraising and Amazon wishlist drives for the ladies in my group. So.
Oh, okay. So you do actually have like a support group and stuff like that.
Yes, I do. And
Okay,
the
can you tell us a
majority
little bit about that?
well, the reason why I haven't, like been pushing it because I want the ladies to have as much privacy as possible.
Right,
So,
right.
but the majority of the donations in that group come from my pocket. And I think people fail to realize that I'm not a scammer, I'm not a schemer, I'm not on drugs. All of these terrible, terrible associations with me are just not true. They don't even sound like me. I had to get to a point with my group where I had to take a pause on giving out of my bank account.
Hold on, because I want to address the whole battery thing. She is doing an interview right now. She can't change that battery, so we're gonna have to move on from that whole battery situation. But
I will climb on the dresser after this interview. I promise.
like I ain't playing about that dang battery. Like, let that go, people. You just gonna have to be annoyed by it for a minute. Hopefully, you tune it out, whatever. People misconstrued her, all the things she's been through. As Black Indigenous people of color in poverty is sad fishing because none of them can relate. Hey, I'm glad you brought that up, and I think I'm gonna have to bring that up on the next town hall. And I would appreciate you being a part of the next town hall that I do. The town hall is called Being Black. Town hall Being Black, and there's different issues that affect other African Americans and people of color, and it's very important topic. So I would definitely love for you to be a part of that. But I'm glad she said that because definitely that's very important.
Well, thank you for inviting me. I appreciate the invites. AT2, you've been so kind to me, and I appreciate the kindness and the gentleness. And I'm trying my best not to cuss. I promise.
Sometimes
But
it's hard. But anyway,
fair.
going back to the conversation, I also wanted to speak about the situations that kind of led up to your departure. If you want to start out with the whole the $150 during Thanksgiving, because I know that was kind of like a hot topic as well too, and there was a little bit of confusion of that.
I do want to say this.
Thank you, Miss Purple.
The confusion is that people seem to think that I was being ungrateful for the $150 because I said that was the only time I'd ever asked her for anything. People misconstrued that to me saying that she only gave me $150, and that's not what I meant at all. What I meant was in the years that I had known her, the years that we had been talking, the years that we had shared private information back and forth with each other, I never asked her for anything except that one time because I'm going to tell you, my parents have money, but I don't. So
Same here. Same here.
usually I borrow money from my parents, but they just didn't have it. So Katie was my last resort. That was the only time I'd ever asked for money from her. And the Christmas thing, I asked her to share my daughter's wish list, so everybody, could see it. And I had said something about the wish list drive. I remember that because I was like, hey, you guys, I have a wish list drive going on in my DV group. So if you want to donate, here's the group cash app and blase, blase, blase. So, nobody donated. I ended up getting gifts off people's wishes out of money from my own pocket. But and a confusion. The confusion about my daughter's wish list is that it never got filled, but I never said that it never got filled. There's a woman in the anti community. Her name is Michelle Marie. I don't know if you've heard of her, but
Oh no, I haven't heard of her.
she's like a second mom to me.
Aw.
So when she saw what was going on, she said, you know what? make that wish list, put everything your daughter wants on there, and then send it to me. I'll buy her Christmas gifts. So Michelle Marie, she bought the majority of my daughter's Christmas gifts, and what's that question? Wait, you stopped watching in July? That's not what I said. But you saw her review on Gorilla Glue Girl? No, I said I was distancing myself from her by that time.
Yeah, you did say distancing. Yeah.
But back to the what was I talking
about? You were talking about Michelle fulfilling the.
Michelle Marie. She treats my daughter like her grandbaby, and she loves my daughter so very much. She loves me and my daughter. I talk to her every day. She's probably about to text me and ask me WTF is going on. And but we talk every day, we text every day. She lives in the same state that I do, and she's been like a second mom to me. She bought the majority of Anna's Christmas gifts and the most expensive stuff. I will never forget her kindness. I will never forget how happy my daughter was to open her Frozen doll. And oh, she was so happy. And so, of course, me and Michelle Marie, we talk every day. And when I've got, when I go sit with Anna, sometimes do her homework with her, she wants to talk to Anna. And she's been like the backbone for me. She's been my rock. She's been like family to me. She is family.
She is family, yeah. Because I definitely think you can develop relationships with people and they become your family. So I definitely agree with that. Yeah. So with the going back to the whole $150, that was Katie doing that out the kindness of her heart, giving you the 150. It wasn't that you were asking like, "Oh, can you give me money all the time?" And that was actually the first time you guys ever had any kind of exchange of currency,
I'm gonna tell you this. When she helped that Amazon, not Amazon, the Visa gift card or Amazon gift card, the $100 thing, and around Thanksgiving, I entered it myself because I needed it. And so she sent me a message. She said, my mods can't win my contest, but how much do you need? So I said, 100 is fine, but I would really like it if you could do 150. And so she sent 150 to my PayPal, and I thanked her profusely. I mean, I thanked her so much. I was sitting in my bed crying over my phone.
Aw.
I was very warmed by it. And so I went to the grocery store, and it was actually like the day before Thanksgiving, I believe. So I ran to the grocery store before they closed, got some stuff, made a couple of casseroles because I got a big family. So
like you said, you have one of the largest.
Yeah, so I cooked a couple casseroles and made a turkey breast. I didn't do a whole turkey, obviously, but me and my daughter were the only ones at the house, while my parents and my nephew, my sister, everybody else was at grandma's house. So we sat down and we ate. We had a good time. We played Kingdom Hearts together and everything.
That's awesome. Something that I also wanted to mention was, and I don't want to dive too much in this because I'm not a lawyer or anything like that. But regarding like the whole lawsuit thing, is that another reason why you were kind of like trying to separate yourself from her as well too, or that had nothing to do with it?
I mean, it didn't have a whole lot to do with it. I was kind of expecting the lawsuit to happen, especially considering she ignored the cease and desist and basically taunted this YouTuber to sue her. I was kind of expecting something to go downhill. Whether it's from other people like LB, who she did really dirty, or just other channels that I really don't want to like name names, but
Right. And we kind of all know the names.
yeah, we all know. So that's
Yeah.
I kind of figured a lawsuit was coming at some point because of all the enemies she had made. And
Right.
here,
And
here
you
my
were never a
stupid.
part of the whole flagging and reporting thing. You were never a part of that.
No, no, I don't believe in that. I don't. It. I
Right.
feel
I
like
don't like that either.
I don't believe in that. I feel like if you've got a problem personally, then you report it. But you don't tell other people what to do. But and then the crazy part was that she wouldn't just straight up be like, "Hey, go report these videos for me." She would just kind of say something in a little roundabout way. Oh, well, if you think that this video is harassing me, go ahead and report it.
Mm.
So yeah,
She's very smart and calculated because she didn't say like, "Oh, report it." She would say, "Oh, well, if it's harassment, you should,
go
go
ahead.
ahead and do A, B, C, and D."
Mhm.
I
Report this video
very
if you
smart.
think it's harassment. Yeah, she did that quite a bit.
Mhm. Is there any other situations you can think of where she actually kind of try to manipulate you into doing something, or did she seem manipulative at times?
There
Hey,
were a lot of
baby.
times. There were a lot of times I felt like she was being manipulative, and like well, my Michelle Marie, she said that she doesn't think that I was blind to what was going on because I was there, always trying to be that voice in Katie's ear, like, "Hey, this is a bad idea. Don't do this." Um,
Right.
the last time I gave her that warning was when she used her Twitter to go off on a certain lawyer covering her lawsuit. And I think
Mm.
we all know who I'm talking about.
Right. Right. We definitely know who you're talking about. And also when it came to like your friendship, I know there was a mention of like you guys were very close and you guys would talk all the time. Were there ever any plans for you guys to meet in person, do like a little meetup or something like that, or it was just strictly on the internet or social media and that's it?
Honestly, like we had talked about it, but there was no concrete plan.
Okay. So it was
So
never no concrete plan to ever meet up or
no,
anything like that. Yeah.
we had
And
talked
it
about
kind
how great it would be, and we talked about, maybe doing something like having lunch with each other, spend a couple days in the future. Um, but no solid plan was ever crafted.
of right. And of course don't talk about it, but did you guys have like private, really intellectual conversations with each other that would make it appear to be more than just internet buddies?
Katie was the first person I told that my daughter's doctor, suspected ADHD. Katie was the only person
Mm.
that scanned in and sent pictures of the sheets, the evaluation sheets. The teacher has to fill out an evaluation sheet and the parent has to fill out an evaluation sheet. She looked at both sheets and she said, "Aleyah, your daughter has ADHD." She was the first person to see all of that. So then a couple months later, when the doctor's like, "Oh no, she's got ADHD for sure," um, then I was like, "Hey, Katie, you were right."
Wow.
So yeah, it was
Because
very personal.
it was very personal, yeah, and that's why I want to say this again. Can you confirm that you and Katie actually had a friendship? For the people in the back who still gonna say what they gonna say, can you confirm you guys had a friendship?
Who do you? Okay, if you don't send pictures of your bruises and everything that happened to you to a friend, who are you sending them to? If you don't send pictures
Mm.
of a child and their assessments to somebody who's not a friend, then who are you sending them to?
Right, right. That's right. Because I definitely wouldn't send that to a stranger. That's my
Exactly.
friend. And even
Exactly.
then, I might want to keep that private. So yeah, I definitely get what you mean. Thank you for answering that question because I definitely wanted to go ahead and stress that as well. What's up, Free Brittany? What's up, Smiley? Sorry if I'm not reading all the comments, you guys. My internet. That's what I call internet. My
No,
internet don't be working, so I can't read everybody's comment. But shout out to Nina
Nolani has
and Apologetically We.
Nolani says, "Aleyah, honestly, I think it's a blessing in disguise that the mask was ripped off of the anti-KJ side so quick. So you didn't trade one toxic thing for another. She's got a good point.
I love that. And oh well, hell, let's go ahead and talk about it. How do you feel about it? Because, like I said, and I said this in my video that I was talking about too, I had to separate myself from that whole KJ thing because I was all like, and I'm gonna bring it up because I am a black man. There's a black man talking about this little old white woman all the time. The optics don't look great on that. And we know YouTube, when you talk about black people and say something dirty about them, your views go straight through the roof. So, did somebody say something? Anyway, you know how it is. So I was all like, I have to separate myself from that. And so sometimes it gets to the point where it seems very cult like. You know what I mean? It doesn't seem that it comes from a good space. Like I'm trying to bring awareness to a situation. It seems like very cultish. Like you need to do it this way. If you don't do it this way, I don't like you. And da 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 da. And it's like, go, like calm down. Like what is going on here? Like did you because you talked about defending your friend and stuff like that. So what is your all overall thought about the whole anti KJ movement or the groups and community or whatever?
I want to say the majority of the folks in the anti side are good people.
Right.
Who think
And
for
Judy did say
themselves.
that, yes. And
Yeah,
that's
like
not all overall assessment that I'm saying everybody is all crazy and whacked out. I'm just stating that, it gets a lot during times. But go ahead, I'm sorry.
I feel like there's a core group of people who feel the way they feel about me, but they didn't feel the way they feel about me towards other new anti KJ creators. And I know that there's
Right.
only
Shout out
one
to
difference.
AZ and Charlotte as well too. I love them.
AZ has been amazing. And also there's a rumor going around that she decided not to donate any of the super chat money to me, and that's a lie.
Oh, thank you for clearing that up. Yeah. Definitely thank you for clearing that up. As far as some of the content creators, have there been people? I know you mentioned Radiant Brit, but has there been any other people that have like reached out to you and really gave you support?
There have actually been quite a few people who have reached out to me, given genuine love and support. I've made some really good friends, people who actually care about my well-being. Like I tell you about Michelle Marie. When I was in the hospital, she sent me messages every day. Hey, Aleyah, I can't get you. Are you okay? Hey, what's going on? Are you okay? Okay, I'm getting worried now. Please tell me you're okay. Like every single day, she would send me a message. Um, she was the only person who did that. And now I found a good handful of good people, really good people who genuinely do care. And honestly, that's all I really wanted was just folks that cared if I was here or gone.
Right, exactly. What I kind of also wanted to talk about was kind of like that whole period where you were missing in the month of December, and then that kind of led to you finally leaving. With the Without a Crystal Ball channel. Can you kind of talk about that?
I had already, like I said, she had already taken my wrench in November when I said I was gonna just take a little break.
Mm-hmm.
Never said
Oh,
anything.
she was like, "Get your ass up out of here."
Never said a word to me about it. By then, I had canceled my membership because I just couldn't afford extras. So I couldn't participate in chat or anything. So of course, in December was when I was just like I announced that I was leaving the channel, but I had announced that I was stepping down and had my wrench removed in November.
Okay. And there was a situation where you were gone and nobody contacted you or reached out to you, right?
Yeah, that the only person that reached out to me was Michelle Marie.
Mm-hmm.
And she sent me messages every day trying to see if I was okay.
Right, right. Luckily for her, she did reach out to you, so seemed like okay. At least I do have a real friend.
I
Um, Also, there was another situation, and correct me if I'm wrong. The whole well, actually, no, the whole wish thing. You had brought the whole wish idea up originally, and then KJ went ahead and did a similar idea about that, right? Can you kind of discuss about that?
okay, every year in my DB groups, I run two of them. I have three groups that I run on Facebook. They're all private groups.
Hmm.
But the two DB groups that I run, I do a wish list drive every year. And I had said when I said something to Katie about my wish list, I had also said something about the wish list drive that I do in my group. And the next thing I know, she's doing wish lists.
Mm. And Lindsay, thank you for your comment. And I want to say this too. Just because I'm doing this interview or I mentioned somebody, and I don't even hate Katie at all either. I don't want people to think that. Because honestly, at the end of the day, YouTube is YouTube, and I can just turn off the camera. But I wanted to say, I want you guys to choose whoever content creator you want to follow, whoever you want to. And I also want to say, I don't support any of my subs or mods going to other people's channel and attacking people. I definitely don't support that. We can all get this money. Why one person got to get the money? We can all get this money. That's
I
my thought at the end of the day. I just wanted to kind of
I agree.
address that real quick.
YouTube is a big place, and I feel like there's room for all of us.
Right. There's definitely room for all of us. We all can get this money, Like let's help each other. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And what's wrong with wanting to help other people?
Exactly.
And I don't think
Exactly.
I'll ever get to a point where I hate her. I'm really disappointed in her. And then, the rumor that we were never friends was also really hurtful because it's like if we weren't friends, if we were total strangers, then why did you send me $150 to feed my child? If
Mm.
we were strangers and not friends, then why did I tell you all of my deepest, darkest secrets? Told you everything that was going on with me, sent you pictures of every time I got bruised up. And because December was not the first time that happened, by the way. Um,
Oh, wow.
when the bruises
Mm.
that are well, the photos are on my Twitter, but that's why I left and came here. And I
Oh,
honestly
so
feel
you did leave that situation. I do want to say
yes,
that you did leave that.
yes,
Thank you.
that's why I'm here.
Thank you. I do want to say that for anybody, and YouTube don't like when we use a certain word, so that's why if you guys are confused, we're tiptoeing around it because YouTube doesn't like all that stuff. So definitely, thank God you were able to leave that situation because there's many people that have not been able to leave that kind of situation. So definitely, I do want to say big ups to you, Aliyah.
Yeah, I honestly I had, and this was family members. This was a family member, not my boyfriend. This was legit a family member. Um,
Mm.
and I ended up not reporting it because I didn't want anything to happen to that family member. But I kept all the photos of my bruises and everything. I
Oh,
I that's not the first time that's happened, and I've documented with photos each time it's happened.
damn, a family member. Ah. Um, I can't imagine what that was like, and all around, it's not an okay situation, And I think sometimes, like you said, we want to protect the other person. We end up in those kind of situations, where we don't want to say anything because they're like, oh, I don't want to get this person in trouble, and I don't want to
I
have
don't
to
want
have it.
to ruin
Um,
what my family. I still love my family, but I don't want to ruin what they got going on. I don't want them to lose their job, especially during a pandemic. When you
right,
think about
right.
things
What's
like
up,
that,
Rayha?
it's like it's really complicated. Like it's a conflict that you have to decide what do you want to do.
Right, exactly. I agree with that. Um. you have kind of been exposed, and you did say that you are open to it. You did say you were open to discussion because you had talked about it before. But one thing that really hurt you was when you woke up to a tweet. Correct me if I'm wrong. That said, like, "Hey, you were an addict. You dealt with it. And I'm paraphrasing. Can you speak on this, or do you think this about this person?"
The tweet said, "Hey, Aleyah," or at chapter epilogue. As a recovering addict, is it, in your opinion, do you think this person was high? That was the question. Did I think this celebrity was high? And I was just like, I didn't
How
know
am I
what to
supposed to
think.
know?
I didn't know what to think. Like, how do you respond to that? Like I'm just like, the emperor of highness, like being like, I know when everybody's high. Stop.
Right.
Like,
And
I
that just
don't
has to
know.
be. That's a thing where, like, even if you do openly talk about this, like, that was a conversation for behind the scenes, and the way it was phrased was not appropriate at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
It
would
was
have liked
not
at least a heads
appropriate.
up. Oh, thank
Thank
you,
you,
Shannon.
Janet.
Thank you.
I appreciate that. Well, Aleyah appreciates it, but I appreciate you that you said that about her. That's what I meant. They always say it's about me. The people say I be begging. The people say I got ashy lips. The people said I always try to make everything about me. The people said I never know how to carry a show by myself without anybody else. The people just talk about me. So,
But you know something? My late grandma used to say, and then she passed it on to my daddy and my mama. And then my mama started saying it all the time. But my mama told me growing up, she said, people will talk no matter what you do because they talked about Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ was perfect. What makes you any better? They'll still talk, and if they're talking, you're doing something right, and keep going.
right, right. I love that. I love that. As I understand, you really like YouTube, and so what are your plans to do with your channel? Because now you done stepped into the realm of being a content creator, So, what would you like to do with your channel, or where do you see your channel hopefully going?
I honestly want to create a safe space for everyone, but highlight Black women on things that nobody wants to talk about, addiction and losing people to things like that, and that what I dealt with before I moved into the hotel, and DV, all these things. I want people to feel comfortable saying, hey, this is something that happened to me, and I don't want to be judged for it, and feel like I want us to be a family, to be able to talk about the hard stuff, to be able to lift each other up. That's what I want with my channel. I want a channel where I can bring good news, like, hey, such and such just beat cancer. Like, I love stuff like that. I love hearing stuff like that. So
Me
that's
too.
my goal, is to create a safe space for us to talk about things that nobody wants to talk to us about.
Right. And I get so many messages, from people who were recovering addicts, people going through medical issues, people just having a hard time, people going through depression. And, like, people really reach out to me and be like, AT2, watching your videos really helped me. And it really, really gets to me because I feel like my video is helping you. Like, how is my video helping you? I don't understand. But, people get enjoyment out of watching me, and it makes me feel that I'm doing something right. So I hope you get that same fulfillment,
Yes,
as well.
that's adorable. I love that. Like, I like when I see messages that say you're an inspiration. I'm not out here for any of that. I'm just out here because I enjoy streaming. I enjoy the people that I chat with. I enjoy spreading good news. That's what I want to do. I want to spread good news. And
Right.
And I want, I'm not going to sit there and talk about Katie. I said what I said, and that's it.
Right.
So,
And then move on from it. Yeah, that's how it should
exactly.
be. Like, I said what I said. Okay, peace, deuce. It's time to go.
I'm
You
not
know.
going to make over 100 videos about her like somebody I know.
Hold on. Let's play a commercial before we go any further. Hold on, because I gotta laugh at that. Hold on. Hey, you. Are you tired of being single? Me too. Here's your chance to finally find the love of your life. You need to come on my show and be a contestant. You can either be the Bachelor or the Bachelorette. We'll set up 3 contestants to go ahead and try to win your love and affection. We're gonna have all types of different challenges and games on the show. Make sure you guys tune in for more details. This is going to be fun. Hopefully we can go ahead and get the show piloted and then potentially make some money on this. But to entertainmentbooking@gmail.com. Again, that's, are you following my finger? AT2entertainmentbooking@gmail.com. Make sure you send me an email if you would like to either be a contestant or be the actual bachelor or bachelorette on the show. All right, y'all. Deuces. Before I ask you about your exam and what you got on it the other day, I wanted to say, because somebody asked about your YouTube channel, I went ahead and put that in the description of the video, and then the information for you to donate anything if you want to. Remember, you ain't got to. If you want to, it's up, pinned up at the top in the comment section, so you see it there. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Oh, wait, hold on, because the people always say I be begging, but I didn't even put my stuff down there. Boom! If you'd like to donate $1 or $2, you can definitely go ahead. But can you tell us what you got on your exam? Remember the day that you came on my stream?
And you interrupted me taking my midterm?
Yeah. Hey, I was putting some good luck on there.
I made an A-.
Hey.
I appreciate
And like you said before, you are in school to become a nurse as well, too, right?
Yes. Medical science. I thought about doing research, but then I realized I want to see patients. I love the connection that you get to make with patients. When I worked at admitting and registration and the emergency room, I had my patients that I would get really attached to, and I miss that kind of bond between medical provider and patient, where they trust you enough to tell you what's going on. So yeah, that's definitely why I want to be a nurse. I want not just help people, but I want to see smiles. I want to bond with folks. I bond with the nurse at all my doctor's offices. I'd be like, hey, Valencia, how you doing?
Right.
How the baby doing? We sit there and we go have a little bit of a chit chat, and we enjoy. We get along. I like having a bond with my medical care providers. My OBGYN is absolutely amazing. If not, talking, if he doesn't talk as fast as he usually does.
Right.
But yeah, I love my doctors. I love all my doctors. All of my doctors have been, and it took me a minute to get this this medical team that I currently have, but I love every single one of my doctors now.
Right. And I hopefully on your channel you get to share more of your story, because there's a lot of stuff I can ask you about, but I feel like we need to reserve some stuff and save it for you. So to go ahead and end it, I wanted to ask you this final question. If Katie was to reach out to you, what would you say to her? Or if you could have like that actual conversation with her just for closure, what would you say?
I would say that I'm sorry that things didn't work out. I tried to be the best friend that I could. I don't hate you at all. I'm just disappointed in your behavior, and it's toxic, and I can't deal with it anymore. But I always care about you.
Oh man, I really appreciate you saying that. It's a big deal, and I'm pretty sure people are watching. It's gonna get back to her in some way, but like I said before, I can tell that this was your friend, and you really cared about her, and you're not coming from a hateful place. And I hope people understand that. Now, it's funny because I did criticize you because I was like, see what you should have did when you did that interview with AZ. You should have sang a song or something like that. Had you on a sparkling outfit, a long Beyonce weave, and everything like that. I told you that's what you should have did in the interview. But all jokes aside, like, what is your favorite song to sing or your music inspirations?
Shaka Khan is one of my biggest, obviously. Man, I love Shaka Khan. Like when I'm up in the mornings, getting ready to clean, I put on these headphones and I turn up Shaka Khan. I don't care what song it is. I love Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan is my idol. Okay. If you're talking about new school, I love Lady Gaga. She is creative. She is unpredictable. Yes. I love that about Lady Gaga. So old school Shaka Khan, definitely. New school Lady Gaga. I like Ariana Grande too. Rain on Me is one of my favorite new school songs, but my favorite old school song of all time.
All time. Ooh, what is it?
Down around the corner, about a half mile from here. You see it?
Hey!
Gonna make you disappear with our love.
Hey!
Now.
Speaking of Shaka Khan, one of my favorite Shaka Khan songs is "Through the Wire." Through the wire, through the living, through the road.
For a chance to be with you, I'd rather risk it all.
Through the fire, through whatever come one day.
I'm done.
Oh, okay, that was it. For a chance at loving you, I take it all away. Right down to the wire, even through the fire. Oh man, this has been dope. I love doing this interview with you, and like I said, we're gonna have other topics we can discuss besides KJ. So we leaving this in the past. We're done with this. Man, Aleyah Grace, it has been a pleasure having you on the show. Can you go ahead and give the people your social media where they can find you at?
You can find me on Instagram at chapter epilogue, no spaces. You can also find me on Twitter at chapter epilogue, no spaces. It is a private account. I will have to follow you back.
Okay. You're gonna have to add me too.
Yes. Yeah. So I just I'm not gonna give my Facebook out. It's got all my personal information on it.
Yeah, don't do Facebook because people have been looking me up.
In touch with me is Instagram, actually.
Right. Well, this has been a wonderful interview. I appreciate you for giving me the chance to speak with you. We talked about a lot. I feel that this interview was very productive. Shout out to AZ because if I didn't see AZ, I probably wouldn't have heard about because, like I said, I completely removed myself, but I still actually follow the T-Spiracy, Charlotte. I still follow those channels. So definitely shout out to them. I appreciate you for being. Oh, go ahead.
Real quick, I wanted to say thank you to AZ. She's been awesome. And she's been handling the backlash with grace. I did not know that, me coming on would cause all this backlash. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done because I didn't want, I don't have any malicious intent.
Right. Exactly. In spite of the haters, I want to go ahead and end the song. There's a song that I do. I used to play a commercial, but I have to edit it. The song is called "Who's That Hater I See." So I like all of us to bow our heads, and then we're gonna get out. Okay. Who is that hater I see staring straight with jealousy? When will their reflection show the ugly that's inside? Woo! Y'all lovely show, y'all. I appreciate you, Aleyah, for joining. Man, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow her channel. The information is pinned up at the top for Aleyah. We love you guys. Deuces.
Deuces.